What is going on, guys? We're back with some more chaotic talk. Chaotic talk and entertainment, man. Entertainment everywhere. This sport of boxing, crossover boxing slash whatever you want to call it. It's thriving. It's on the come up for the past 4 years. It's boxing is getting better and better and better and better, and I couldn't be more glad to be watching it every time. It's just so entertaining, and hope we get more to come, a lot more to come, man. And you know, when you think about crossover boxing, you already know you think automatically of KSI, man. KSI was basically the guy who put the seed down. He's the guy who created a company, who saw a vision in something that was really small. And that something much small was a little spar session, a friendly little spar session with headgear in a small gym in London, I believe, by Theo Baker and Joe Weller. A small, friendly session just to take a couple minutes. Joe Weller was a big workout person. He did boxing. There's a boxing ring where he worked out. And he thought one day was gonna be fun just to put a headgear on and spar with one of his friends and see who's better. Obviously, Joe Weller was way more athletic and he won, but that was about it. They sparred. They made a little video about it. He has made so much videos with different ideas. Just another day, took the headgear off, went back home, made the video. Video did decent. Nothing much to it. Went back to his normal life and that was YouTube back in the day. You just try different things, and they just pop off for a couple minutes, and then you try another thing later. But that day, something was a little bit different that day. That day, KSI was the biggest star in the UK, man. He was small still compared to now, but he was still one of the big dogs. And he came upon this video, and he commented, man. He decided he just said it, his first instincts. He was like, I don't do this. He has no part in working out or boxing. He just straight up said, because he was a savage back in the day, he just said stuff. He was like, I'll take the winner, but as a joke. But then Joe Weller looked at it as like, if KSI could actually beat him, he was like, there's no way this KSI kid can really beat Joe Weller. So Joe Weller said, let's do it, man. Like you wouldn't last a round with me. That's what he was pretty much saying. And then KSI said, "Let's do it." And that's where the seed got planted, and that's what created what we have now. Spectacular shows, man. Sold out events. All that little part where Joe Weller and KSI set up that big fight. All that led up to the 2 million pay-per-view buys from Logan Paul KSI 2. It all led there, and it was a small beginning in a small gym that led to a big arena with thousands of people with no headgear, boxing professionally, taking the time to actually learn all the skills and fundamentals to it. So yeah, it's been a crazy journey, man, and that leads us to our topic of the day: how KSI and Jake Paul helped boxing in general. They have helped this sport in dramatically amazing ways, man. Amazing ways. This sport owes people, a lot of boxers, a lot of boxing purists. They're gonna be really mad when I say this, but boxing in general has to be thankful for a Jake Paul, and boxing in general has to be thankful for a KSI. Without these two guys, there wouldn't be none of this. None of this would be happening right now. And it would be the same old sport of trying to wait a year for Ryan Garcia and Gervonta to fight. And those guys would have no connections. They probably wouldn't even they wouldn't be as big on the internet as they are right now. I think a lot of the reasons why all those boxers right now are trying to be funny on the internet and are making more interviews and have more followers, it's all because of the what they see in the influencer scene. That's the point of the influencer boxers. They influence the real boxers to get comfortable with doing things on the internet. So props to them. They would have been just like Mike Tyson and them back in the day, but they got more character in them, and I think it's a big reason has to do with what KSI and Jake Paul have been doing for the past years. So they have helped in a lot of ways. They are helping, but the purists cope with the internet. They are teaching. They're pretty much teaching the purist how you sell pay-per-view buys in this generation. So like, yeah, it's a great thing. It's an amazing thing, man. You just can't, like, you can't imagine how would it look like right now if it wasn't because of this. Like, if we didn't have any of this, it would be very, very, very different. And back in the day, it was really, really different back in the day. Back in the day, you were like, okay, Jake Paul would lose to Tyron Woodley. No chance. Not even a thought. And now they're making it possible where, like, anybody can get into this sport and prove themselves wrong, and really, like, have something to be proud of. It gives you a purpose, and it's amazing, man. So all props to KSI and Jake Paul, man. They have built all of this, man. Literally, they built the influencer scene. Back in the day, it was just headgear, so I thought it was not gonna last at all. Cause like, why would you want to see people fighting with headgears for a long, long time? And they're not gonna let these guys. I was like, there's zero chance they'll let these guys take off their headgears. Well, Eddie Hearn saw the amazing buys I had, and he was like, yeah, you also got to give props to the purists. Eddie Hearn. They also saw the numbers, so like they couldn't avoid that. So thanks to them too for allowing KSI and Logan Paul to take off their headgear was a huge step in the right direction. Now nobody wears headgears. That's not a thing anymore. That's a thing of the past. We do 12-ounce gloves or 10-ounce gloves, and we go for at least like 4 rounds to 8 rounds, possibly 10 in a couple months. We're getting real now. Like, this is the transition point where these influencers cannot just go in there and just give no effort. They're going to get destroyed. They have to go in there and actually put months of training and really push themselves. It's really helping, man. Anybody can do it now. Anybody can do it because of what Jake and KSI have done, man. How they've transformed, how good they've gotten at the sport, where Jake Paul can actually compete with a Fury and possibly beat him. So, yeah, anybody can do it, honestly. If these two guys can do it, it shows that anybody can do it. In boxing, it helps a lot with your mental health. And it's just a great sport, man. It's entertainment. And a lot of money is made. Those purists are so mad right now. But they cannot... They will never turn their eyes on influencer boxing. They can get all mad they want. They will never turn their eyes on crossover boxing because they see all the money that's waiting there. So obviously they're gonna let these guys promote Showstar, ESPN Plus, the Zone. Obviously they're gonna get involved. They want the money. They know that the crossover boxers are the most entertaining people. We're way more entertaining than the real boxers. We know it's the new generation where boxing needs influencer boxers because they know how to promote things, man. They know how to work the internet. Everything works around the internet nowadays. You need these guys, man. You can almost do anything with the internet. It's great, man, and I can't wait. But they've helped so much, man. Jake Paul helped so much too by I think Jake Paul was the one that started the crossover thing. By fighting a basketball player, Nate Robinson. Yeah. By doing that, now you have guys, MMA fighters fighting boxers, or not boxers. I mean, Conor McGregor kind of did that first, but Jake Paul made it where anybody can do it. You can any YouTuber who lives in the basement for 10 years could get out of the basement and fight an MMA fighter. You can do whatever you want now. It's a step in the right direction, and it just keeps getting better and more intense, and the loves keep getting better, and KSI is about to fight a boxer too in a couple months. So, and you can see how good it will help you. It'll motivate you, some fat dude in the couch, motivate him to get up and do a lot of stuff. Seeing KSI's transformation throughout the boxing thing, and seeing him work more harder, it's just an overall positivity, and it's a great bubble to be in, man. And it should never leave because it really benefits everybody around. Boxing is kind of a sport that benefits everybody that's in it. Everybody gets a piece of the pie. So yeah, that's my take on it. And I think KSI and Jake Paul are should be Hall of Famers for the influencer boxing. They should be on Mount Rushmore of the crossover boxing. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think, man. Do y'all agree with me? Because I mean, I got facts to prove it. But if you don't agree with me, let me know why. And I hope you liked this video. And make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys again. Peace.